Hello ninjas, Karan Bhargav this side from Coding Ninjas. A very good evening to all of you. I hope you all are enjoying your Saturday evening. We will go live in next few minutes. Till then, you all can assemble. Hello ninjas, Karan Bhargav this side from Coding Ninjas. Okay, perfect. So again, I welcome you all to this wonderful masterclass on how to build a AI chatbot by using ChatGPT. I'm I'm not in surprise, but I believe like you all know about OpenAI and the kind of tremendous effect that it has already made in this entire world. You can say like AI is the future, and we can see its effect in the present right now. So by considering and by taking this thing into our mind, because we see that like AI is the future of the current technology. So we decided to to come up with a masterclass. It's going to be pure hands-on masterclass where students can actually learn how to build a chatbot with the help of a chat GPT, right? Just imagine having your own personal tutor that you have developed on your own, that's going to help you in your placement preparation. So if I'll just like recall my college days, and if I would have given this opportunity to attend such masterclass where I can create a kind of a Jarvis thing for my own, like I can feel like Iron Man. So I think that's the kind of superpower we are going to create today with the help of our magician Bhavishya Pandit. He's here with us. He'll be live in next few minutes. Till then, just bear with me. Yeah. So again, good evening to everyone. I'm very much excited to to see that what Bhavishya is gonna bring for all of us on the table, right? Just like you. So yeah, so I will not take much of your time in between your speaker and the audience. I know you guys are like very much excited, just like me to to see that what's gonna come up, right? Uh, AI is something that I've been passionate about from the very beginning. Like when we hear this particular word that artificial intelligence, we generally just go into a world where we see that things are actually happening in and around just automatically, and there is a machine who's helping us to to make our life easy, right? So yeah, so it's a good thing. And so Bhavishya is a little bit about our speaker. So Bhavishya is a data scientist who is working with Rakuten right now. He's based out of Bangalore, and he's a data scientist, also influencer on LinkedIn, very popular among his audience, where he's famous, because of the kind of project he do. It's live demonstration. He upload the videos and the hypothesis about his project on on LinkedIn. Definitely, you'll see a glimpse of that particular thing, like in a very short while, right? So when I first met Bhavishya, and I actually saw the kind of things he has done and the kind of passion he has for open AI, for data science, for technology, is something like actually made us just to think that we should actually bring this guy on board, and like we should share his expertise with our audience. That's where our audience can actually take this advantage from his knowledge, and they mutually we guys can do something great, right? So, and that's the agenda of Coding Ninjas overall, where we want to serve as a platform. We want to serve as a medium, for all the technology aspiring, aspirants, where you guys can find Coding Ninja as a one-stop solution, to whether you want to learn, whether you want to practice coding, whether you want to learn coding, whether you want to get a job, whether you want to, like learn things in a very structured manner. Coding just has everything to serve you, right? So just following up on that same mission, here we are, with this another masterclass on how to ace up your placements by building a chat GPT AI chatbot, So yes, welcoming you again. Now it's time to welcome our speaker, Bhavishya Pandit. He is here with us. Hey, Bhavishya.
Hey Karan, am I audible?
Yes, Bhavisha, you are perfectly audible. So, welcome to this masterclass. One thing I would like to say before you start everything, like you are here in front of our ninjas, and these people are very much excited, full of energy, and very passionate about technology. So, just bear with them, like they're gonna come up with a lot of questions, about like like how to do this and that. So yeah, so you're gonna have a very good time with them. So leaving you and your audience in between, I'm not gonna come up with. So yeah, thank you for joining us, and yeah, over to you. Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thanks a lot, Karan, for such a warm welcome. I'm really happy to see all of you guys getting assembled here for this session. So before we start this session, I would want to know what all things do you guys expect out of this session? I mean, I'm pretty sure you might have gone through the teaser and the promotions and all of that. Of course, we would be building a tutoring bot using ChatGPT, right? But what are your expectations? I would want to know. I have another screen. I just see there, and I just what are your expectations? So I'm waiting for the response from a few people. So in the meantime, okay, someone has written creating a chat or which we can add to our resume. Absolutely, absolutely. So this is something we build something which you can definitely add to your resume, right? And it would be something which which probably you can use in multiple places, to be honest. Not just a personal mentoring, not just a personal tutor, but a lot of different places, right? In a lot of different projects. And trust me on this, if you are implementing this concept today, right, you would simply stand out of the crowd. So you'd be able to make unique projects, you'd be able to make projects that actually solve a problem, and you'd actually have a better chance to get a job as compared to your other peers, right? So let let's get started, right? I hope my screen is visible. So I'll will just share the screen and let's get started, right? So in this session, we'd be using ChatGPT to build a tutoring bot, right? And there are a few things that we'd be covering. Let's see, right? So first of all, it's a warm-up session. I would want to know where are you guys from, right? And then I'm trying to introduce myself, and then the itinerary of this session, and then importance of ChatGPT. Then the hands-on thing would be there, where you'd be learning a lot of different things, right? So before we get into that, right? I just want to make sure that you guys have installed Python and PyCharm on your system, right? Because it is something that would be very, very necessary for this workshop, right? So make sure Python and PyCharm Community Edition is installed, right? So if you want me, I can simply show it. I can show it here that how do you have to do it. So you can just go to Python install. Then if it is Windows, then go for Windows. Mine is a Mac, so I'll go for Mac, right? Then go to the site, then install Python for whatever version you have. Let's say you want to go for, right, this one. So you can go and just install the version, right? Similarly, you can go for PyCharm Community Edition, uh, download. Okay. I mean, I would be doing it on PyCharm. That is why I'm expecting you to do it on the same, so that uh, the things that I'd be doing, it would be easier for you guys to replicate it, right? So just make sure you have downloaded IDE, right? Uh, this is the community version, right? Which is a free version. So whatever I'd be teaching you in this session is something that you'd be able to replicate it for free, right? You would not have to pay even a single penny for that, right? कुछ पैसा नहीं लगेगा, ठीक है? मुफ्त में सब सीख के जाएंगे और बेस्ट वैल्यू निकालेंगे इस सेशन से, ठीक है? और चलो, let's get started, right? So in the meantime, we have this small warm-up session to understand each other better. I believe you guys, the people who have not installed these things, right? I hope you guys would be able to install it, right? In the meantime, chalo, let's get started. So it is about knowing each other better. So chalo, I would want to see and understand these two questions from my audience today, right? So where are you all from? Can someone, can people simply write in the text where you guys are from? And what do you all do? Are you a student? Are you a working professional? Are you someone who's doing BCA? Or are you someone who's like into BTech or something like that? What are you guys doing? I am very eager to know that. So tell me, what do you guys do? And after that, I'd introduce myself. So someone has written that, can we use VS Code and all of that? You can use any for that fact. Oh, nice. We have people from Kolkata, we have people from Maharashtra, we have people from Punjab, we have people from Ahmedabad. Oh, I'm from Ahmedabad as well, man. I'm from Ahmedabad as well. Awesome, yeah. Great to see. So guys, one thing I want to make very, very clear with all of you, if you are attending this session, it doesn't matter if you are in first year or your final year, right? This masterclass is for all. Yep, you heard it right. This masterclass is for all, right? It doesn't matter you are a first year student or a final year student, third year student, or you are from a tier 1 city or a tier 3 city, or you are from IIT or from a tier 3 college. It does not matter. So as I said, what I'd be teaching you and what you guys would be building with me together today is something which would be free, right? And if you guys remember, right, we had also shared that we'd be giving away 3 GPT-4 subscriptions to our winners, right? So if you want to know how you would be able to win it, you'll have to stick, right? I'll tell you how you can win it, right? And apart from that, at the end of this session, you'd get a few gold standard cheat sheets for using ChatGPT and other LLMs, right? And at the same time, we'd also give you certificates for attending this masterclass, right? So stick tight. So yep, I have seen that people are from Bangalore. Oh, I'm living in Bangalore right now, but I'm from Ahmedabad. Then I've seen that people are from Assam. Oh, that's nice. People are from Hyderabad, Himachal Pradesh. There are people doing BA. Oh, nice. That is really good. People are doing BA are also here. That's good, man. It is really good. I'm really happy to see that people who are not from the tech background are also showing interest. Yeah, that's really, really good. Cool. So it's the time for me to introduce myself, right? So my introduction, who am I and what all things do I do? So my name is Bhavishya Pandit, and Karan had given an introduction about myself. So I'm a data scientist at Rakuten India, and I'm a content creator. I basically create content on LinkedIn, sometimes on Twitter. I'm not getting that much time, but yeah, sometimes I create on Twitter, mostly on LinkedIn. So I post things about computer vision, deep learning, natural language processing, generative AI, and opportunities, job opportunities, internship, and all of that, right? So yep, this is something that I do on LinkedIn. I have over 10 million content views across different social media platforms like LinkedIn, Twitter, and different blogs that I have written. The blogs have been posted on various leading firms, and then I am also a mentor. I mentor people for data science. I mentor people for placements. I mentor people for hackathons as well, right? And apart from that, I have mentored and judged various hackathons. I have and also participated in a various hackathons, of course. Only then I would be able to judge, right? And I have won a lot of hackathons as well. I have helped over 2,200 students in getting started with data science and tech in general. So feel free to reach out to me after this session, and during this session, of course, I'm here for you as well. So these are my social media handles. You can reach out to me. This is my LinkedIn handle, and this is my Twitter handle, right? So let's get started. And yep, one thing before we get into this pura hands-on wala thing, right? I believe if everyone is from India, we can बीच बीच में थोड़ा interact in Hindi also, right? I believe ज़्यादा अच्छा connect कर पाते हैं लोग, right? If we are interacting in Hindi has that feel, right? हिंदी में मजा है वो. तो हाँ यार, ये मतलब ये वर्कशॉप हमारे लिए इम्पोर्टेंट क्यों है? ठीक है, मतलब पहले हम जाएं, we'd be here for some 2 hours approximately, तो हम लोग एक 2 घंटे बैठ के बातचीत करेंगे. I'd be looking into this chat section of mine, right? तो साइड बाय साइड में देख भी रहा हूँ, तो हम बातचीत जो कर रहे हैं वो करें भी क्यों? ठीक है, उसमें तुम्हें क्या फायदा है, उसमें मुझे क्या फायदा है? ठीक है, तो पहले आपके फायदे की बात करते हैं. ठीक है, जैसे कि मैंने पहले बोला कि ये वर्कशॉप अगर आप पूरा अटेंड करते हैं, तो ना कि सिर्फ आप जनरेटिव एआई को यूज करके, चैट जीपीटी को यूज करके आप अपने लिए एक पर्सनल ट्यूटरिंग बॉट बना सकते हो, पर वो पर्सनल ट्यूटरिंग बॉट ना कि सिर्फ आप बनाओगे, बट वो आपको काफी ज्यादा हेल्प करेगा प्लेसमेंट्स में. चाहे आप बीसीए से हो, चाहे आप बीटेक कर रहे हो, चाहे आप फर्स्ट ईयर स्टूडेंट हो, चाहे आप फोर्थ ईयर स्टूडेंट हो, चाहे आप टेक बैकग्राउंड से हो, चाहे आप नॉन टेक बैकग्राउंड से हो, चाहे आप टियर 1 सिटी से आते हो, चाहे आप टियर 3 सिटी से आते हो, चाहे आप टियर 1 कॉलेज से आते हो, चाहे आप टियर 3 कॉलेज से आते हो, irrespective of that fact, it would be able to help you like anything, right? तो एक तो वो है वजह. दूसरी चीज, ये आजकल काफी ज्यादा बूमिंग है. ठीक है, तो इस चीज की रिक्वायरमेंट बहुत ज्यादा है. बहुत ज्यादा लोगों को इस चीज के बारे में इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं है, वो एक्सपेरिमेंट्स करना चाहते हैं. और अगर आप लिंक्डइन पे एक्टिव हो, आप देखोगे कि ऐसे ऐसे लोग, हर कोई ना कोई नई नई रिसर्च आती जा रही है. ठीक है, तो कभी कभी ये ओवरवेलमिंग भी लगता है. बट उस चीज में अगर मैं आपको बताऊं, ये जो जनरेटिव एआई है, चैट जीपीटी है, ठीक है, काफी ज्यादा डिमांड होने की वजह से लोग, जो कंपनीज हैं, लोगों को, ऐसे लोगों को हायर भी करना चाहती हैं. ठीक है, या तो ये आपके लिए बहुत अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी है अपस्किल करने के लिए. मेरे लिए ये क्यों है इम्पोर्टेंट? क्योंकि मैंने काफी सारी चीजें इस पे मैंने एक्सपेरिमेंट की हैं अपने कंपनी में. मैं काफी ज्यादा प्रोजेक्ट्स पे काम कर रहा था, तो ये मुझे इसमें हेल्प भी करता है. ठीक है, मेरे लिए एक तरीके से रिवीजन हो जाता है, और मेरे लिए एक अच्छा एक्सपोजर अपॉर्चुनिटी है. तो अब हम चलते हैं आगे. आइटिनरी ऑफ द वर्कशॉप पे हम देखेंगे कि क्या क्या चीजें आपके लिए इंपॉर्टेंट हैं, कैसी कैसी, वो कौन कौन सी इजी चीजें हैं जो आप फटाफट ग्रास्प कर पाओगे, और कौन सी वो इंपॉर्टेंट चीजें हैं जो आपको फोकस करना है ही. ठीक है, बट उससे पहले कि जब हम आगे जाएं, मैं पर्सनली इंटरेस्टेड हूं कि जानने में कि आपको अभी तक कैसा लग रहा है. ठीक है, हाउस द जोश, हाउस द जोश. I believe, ठीक है, there are a lot of people who do not understand Hindi, so I would be speaking in English, right? So बीच में we just shuffle. So cool. Just let me know before we get started. I'm just interested to know how's the Josh. What do you think of this workshop? And let the chat flow be very wild, right? I want to see what your reaction is. I want to see how you are liking this workshop till now, right? So hi Josh, hi, awesome, high five. So let's get started, right? Let's move into the next slide and see the itinerary of the workshop, right? So this workshop basically would be in this 4 sections, right? The easy part is installing dependencies, basic Python dependencies, right? And then it would be easy to understand the basics of Streamlit. Why Streamlit? So basically Streamlit is a package that we would be using, right? Streamlit एक ऐसा पैकेज है जो हम यूज करेंगे जो हमें एक अच्छा सा UI इंटरफेस बनाने में हेल्प करेगा. हम सिर्फ पाइथन प्रोग्राम नहीं लिख रहे हैं. We are not just writing a Python program, we are also making an interface so that it legit becomes a project that you can add to your resume, right? So that's it. Then there are these two sections next. The important section is to understand the basics of LLMs like ChatGPT, Bard, etc. Right? So we'll understand privacy concepts and all of that things would be there, right? What all things you have to make sure, what all things you have to do, what all things you don't have to do, and which would be again be supported by the cheat sheets that I would be providing at the end of this masterclass, right? Along with the certificates that you would get, of course, right? So, yep. Then the most important aspect of this workshop, right, is personal tutoring chatbot, right? So if you guys have observed or if you guys have tried, right? So first, earlier OpenAI was actually giving a developer API for people to use, but it was on a grant. Earlier it was they were giving on some $18 grant, right? Then it shifted to $5 and now they are not giving that grant, right? So if I am giving this workshop, if I'm taking this workshop and if we are supposed to make a UI interface of our own, then that means that we would be coding and we would be using ChatGPT. Okay, I understand that we would be giving 3 GPT-4 subscriptions to our winners, right? At the end, I'll tell you how to do that, how you would win, right? Coding Ninja's team will get in touch with you for that, right? So that is one thing. But how do you make sure that everyone is using? If only three people are going to get this subscription, then how others would work on it, right? So do you have to pay money? How would you do it? No. As I said, since this is a free masterclass, everything that you would be learning today, everything that you would be implementing today for your career, for your resume would be free, right? So I'll tell you a way where you would be able to build a tutoring bot like ChatGPT for yourself for free. Yes. Chalo. But before we get into it, I have one more question. I want to understand, I want to see how educated my audience is, how aware my audience is, right? What does GPT in ChatGPT stand for? Guys, don't Google, huh? I know. There are a lot of people, there are a lot of smart people who would start Googling. Don't Google. I want to know how many people know the full form of GPT in ChatGPT. I'm looking in the comment section. Let me know. Let's see. There, of course, is some lag in the actual stream and the thing that has actually been streamed onto the YouTube, right? So there would be some lag, but let's see. Oh, baapre. Cool. I believe, yeah, everyone knows it, kya? Yep, you're right, guys. So Shivansh Singh says generative. Okay, nice. Deepika Gupta said generative pre-training. No, it stands for someone said it. Yep. Atharva Chogle said generative pre-trained transformer. Right, exactly. So G, generative, P stands for pre-trained, T stands for transformer. Right. Let's pace it up a bit. Okay. So generative means that you have to generate things, right? It would be generating the output. Pre-trained means it has already been trained. The deep learning framework has already been trained. Which deep learning framework? transformer. Transformer is the architecture, deep learning architecture that we would be using, which is already trained, right? So if you are using ChatGPT, GPT 3.5 Turbo, that is actually we all can use for free, right? You guys might have seen that it was trained on some 175 billion parameters and all of that, right? So that is what it has already been trained that we are able to use it for free, right? Guys, please be a bit patient, right? I have to keep the pace in a way where everyone gets to understand everything, right? And I'm trying to cover the reason why we are going and getting into this workshop and why it is important for you and how it would help you, right? And why if you work on it, you'd be able to get a better job, right? So all those intricacies I have to explain to people. I believe a few people might have understood it already, or a few people might have known it already, right? But I have to keep everything in mind, right? So chalo, let's see the GPT traction, right? How are people responding to GPT? So this is a normalized metric that you see, which shows interest over time, basically, right? And this is the months. So the traction of ChatGPT was somewhat around 50-ish during December, right? And in January, by the end of January, it was somewhat near to 300. So this is a normalized metric, basically, right? It is a normalized metric. So you just simply have to understand the interest over time. Interest in the sense, the times it has been searched online on Google. So the source is Google Trends, basically. Okay. So you can see within a month, the interest grew by 6 times, more than 6 times, around 6 times almost, right? And then it again improved by almost 100 units of interest, right? Then again, so in 4 months almost, right? The interest in people, the volume of the times it has been searched, it simply grew by 8 times, right? So if I don't know if you guys know it, there are a few facts that I would want to share about ChatGPT with you, right? ChatGPT got its 1 million users in 5 days, just 5 days, and it was able to cross 200 million users in 2 months. TikTok took okay. TikTok took 9 months to reach the same benchmark, right? ChatGPT took only 2 months, right? And you guys would be amazed to know that the interest volume, right, of using ChatGPT is, I would say, more in Pakistan as compared to India. In fact, the Nepal has the highest, right? So so interest per volume is like the number of people who are searching ChatGPT per 100,000 people, something like that it is, right? So that interest, actually Pakistan has more. So if I show it to you, even you would be amazed to see that, right? I think I had it open here. So if you see it here, right? So this is by region. So you can go to trends.google.com and then you can check different trends baad mein, later after this session, right? So in India, it is only 25, right? In Pakistan, it is 97. In Nepal, it is 100, right? So 100 basically means the highest, right? It's more like a reference kind of a thing. So, yep. So this is one thing. So let's see what exactly would you be building today, right? So this is, I'd be showing you the demonstration of the chatbot that we would be building today, right? And you would be able to showcase on your resume, right? So this is how that chatbot looks like, okay? And if I'll just refresh the page for you, so you see that there is this, I have written one hey bot and it is running here, right? It would generate an output for me. And if I simply write, what are the essential, or I'll just write, what are the 4 essential skills for getting a data science job explain in short, right? I will just press an enter and it has started running, and then it will show me. Yep, here is the output. It has shown the 4 essential skills for getting a data science job: art programming, statistics and probability, data wrangling and database management, machine learning, and deep learning, right? So in this workshop, you'd be building something like this, right? A chatbot of your own using Streamlit application and a large language model that you can use for yourself, right? So let me know in the comments, how does it look like? And are you excited to start building it? I'm looking in this comments right now. Let me know. So there are 161 people right now live with us. Let's see how it goes. Mr. Gyani has said he's super excited, super cool. Abhishek says yes. Awesome. Nice, Abhishek. So we'd be building this and building it for free. So cool. So let's get started, guys. Right? And in the mean before we get started, right? I just want to know whether you all have Python and PyCharm installed. So this entire time that I was taking was for introduction, was for to make sure that the people who understand things a bit slow, they also get to understand, to make sure that the people who are new to ChatGPT or who are new to tech field, they also get to understand. But most importantly, I took this entire time to make sure that the people who do not have Python or PyCharm or any kind of such system or IDE type editor not installed on their system, they get this time, they utilize this time to install it, right? Don't worry, guys, you don't have to, means push everything ek saath mein, right? I'll make sure that the pace is optimal so that it becomes easier for you to learn, right? So let's get started. And awesome. I see people saying that they have installed, they have downloaded. Guys, if you have downloaded and if you have not installed, right, install it fast. I'll still give some 2-3 minutes to people. Okay? It's okay if you have VS Code, it's completely okay, right? VS Code, PyCharm, Google Colab. Yeah, see, on Google Colab, I'm not sure whether Streamlit would be able to work effectively or not. That is the thing, right? Because you want an interface, something like this, right? So if you are willing to have an interface like this, you'll have to think thoda, right? In this, I'll also teach you the basics of Streamlit, right? So ek teer se do nishane. From one stone, you'd be able to hit 2 birds. Not only you would understand how to use and build a chatbot of your own, but at the same time, you would understand the basics of Streamlit as well. Right? So, yep. Cool. So let's get into it. I believe people already have it. Right? So let's get started. I'll just, oops, I believe. So I have opened my editor, right? And in this editor, I will tell you how things work. So the people who are new to PyCharm, to make a project of your own, just open this file, click on new project, right? And then write the project name. This is the simplest thing that you have to do, right? Let me know once this is done, right? And then we'll simply get into the business. We'll simply make a really good chatbot, right? So, yep. VS Code is okay, guys. VS Code is okay. The people who have not downloaded it yet, download Python first, or download PyCharm or any IDE that you have. PyCharm preferably, because you would be able to replicate it fast, or the things that I'm doing. But if you are someone who's very much into coding, it would not be much of a problem to you, irrespective of the IDE you are using, right? Basically, I'm a data scientist. I don't have to do very tech, coding savvy things. So PyCharm works for me. So, but still, uh, and yeah, focus on the things that I'm telling, right? You do not really have to be exactly at the same pace that as I am, right? Although I'm trying my best to be as slow as possible, right? So that people who are new to it understand things very quickly. But at the same time, I also have to make sure that people don't get bored, right? So in the interest of time, uh, let's get started. I see someone say Conda environment, anything is fine, man, but I'm not sure how you would be able to effectively use with Jupyter and all of that. Right. I mean, I have not tried. Whenever I have used Streamlit, I have developed it here itself. So yeah. So yeah. So the things that we need. First of all, we want to build an application like the one that I showed earlier, right? That UI interface, right? So we'll have to work something. We'll have to work on how to build that interface, right? So for that, first we'll have to install Streamlit. So, okay, let's get into it. But before that, let's see what Python version I'm having. I'm having Python version 3.10, right? So, and let's see what all packages we are having. Okay. So using this command, you'd be able to see all the packages that are installed. No packages installed, of course, right? So we need Streamlit. Okay. So we just install Streamlit. Okay. Press enter and it would install Streamlit for you. Okay. It is installing. In the meantime, we'll just write import Streamlit as st. Okay. And it is installing. And when all these packages would be installed, we would be able to build the chatbot. So one thing, why Streamlit? Yeah, there is React, there are other tools also, right? Why Streamlit? Because Streamlit is beginner friendly, right? And on Streamlit, with very ease, you'd be able to do a lot of things. So right now, I have shown you one very interactive chatbot wala thing, right? But let's say you want to show your charts. You are someone who is into data science and he wants to understand how he can use charts to show, or how he can show data frames or data if you want to display tables. How effectively you would be able to do that, it also depends on the complexity of the tool, right? So Streamlit is a very good tool, right? So uh, that's why we are going with Streamlit right now. What is the issue? I believe you should use proportion. Okay. So yep, indexing is happening right now, and when this indexing is done, we would be able to get started. So I am doing it first from scratch with you, with all of you guys, so that at the same we are almost on the same page, right? And you guys get to see what are the different things I am doing, right? So yep, let's get started. So I want to, just like when you're building a web page of your own, right? A UI of your own. What is the first thing that is there? The title, right? So we have a simple title command for that, and we'll just write demo, right? And I just want to see whether this thing is running or not, right? So what do I have to do? I have this command, Streamlit space run space name of the file, right? Okay. How did I do that? You just write M and then press a tab and it would automatically complete the name for you, right? If the name of the file is main.py, then, I mean, if you're making a new project, it should be main.py, right? Else, if you have named it something else, then that's different, right? So if I just press enter, right? So it would be able to show me the file, which again, I'll share my screen. So is my screen visible? Yeah, it would be visible. So it would be able to show me the demo written, right? So we had written demo, it is showing us demo, right? So let's change a few things then, right? Let's add a few more things to understand how things are working, right? So let's get into it. Uh, so yep, we have st.title. Now, what are the different things I want? Okay, let me think. We want a text where I would be able to write something, right? And I want the name, like it would be chatbot or something like that, right? So these are the different things I would want to, right? So but before that, I definitely know one thing for sure, that I would be having a function who would be replying, right? I'd be having a bot that would be replying, right? So let's make a function uh, on generate response, right? And it would generate a response. For now, we'll just return test over here, and it would take some argument. Let's say prompt. It is taking prompt right now. So prompt basically would be whatever thing that you have said, right? So for example, just if I want to show you input, write your text, okay, and I'm saving it in prompt, and then I'm calling it generate response, and I'm writing it prompt. Okay. And this is my print response. For now, we just want that. We'll just comment it for time being, and we'll just run it. Okay. So write your text here. Hey guys, I hope you are liking this session. So I wrote something and it replied test, right? So that is how it works. So right now in terminal, so that was Python console. Wait a second. Yep. So now we are, that was run actually. Yep. That was run where we had all this, and in at the back end, right, where this demo wala thing is working, UI page is working, is on terminal. Okay. And if you want to stop it, right, if you want to terminate it, press Control C, right? When you're pressing Control C, it would stop automatically, irrespective whether it is a Mac or Windows, doesn't matter. It would stop automatically, right? So yep, now we have our title. What else do we want? We want a user input, right? We want a user input. So let's make a function, right, which would accept the user input, right? So let's make a function called get text, and this get text, using this get text, we'll be able to get the input from the user, whatever input he or she is writing, right? We'll be able to get that input, right? So we'll just write input text here, and then we'll be using the st dot input text input function, right, where we'd be getting the input. So over here I can write the name coding ninjas or cnbot. Let's keep it cnbot, all right? And what do I want? What do I want as the initial way of thing, right? So let's keep it, hey, what's up, right? And I want it to be input. So here key would be input, right? So this is our input text. And since I'm using it, I want it to return as well. So I'm returning it. So till now we have seen that we have a function, basic function, which would generate the response. And then we have a get text, right? Which would be accepting the text from the basic UI, and then it would be doing all that magic that would return this response, right? So basically this prompt that we have, right? Instead of this prompt, it would get replaced by this input text. As simple as that, right? So now let's get into it. So whatever input that the user would write, it would be written in user input, okay? And at the same time, once this is done, I'll timely show you the things that are being changed and the each output, so that you guys get to understand how things are working, right? So, yep, cool. So now we have this user input, right? And then this user input is generated. So I'll say if user input has been there, once the user gets the input, it would we would call generate response, and we'd give user input into it, and then we would want to store it in response, for example. Okay, so we are done with it, and we would print response here. Cool. So again, we'll run this file again. Okay, so to get this entire command again, you just have to press the upper arrow key of your keyboard and then press enter. Okay, once you have pressed enter, you would be able to see the Chrome, right? So I hope the screen was visible. So now, since you are able to see the Chrome file, right? If you are able to see it, it is able to show that I just want to confirm if everyone has understood things till now, what we have done, right? So here it is written, hey, what's up? That was our initial text that we had written, right? So let me see what people have written. I believe people want to increase the size of the font. Now it would be fine. So yeah, so so I was saying that we have the CN bot written over here, and then we have this hey what's up written, right? So if I just press enter, right, and if I go back to my project, I'd be able to see that it has written test again, right? So it means that it is working, basically. Guys, I have also increased the size of the font of this notebook. Please let me know if it is visible now. And someone who was asking my name is Bhavishya Pandit. So, yep, sure, Khushi. I'd make sure that I'm going a bit slow. Thanks for the feedback. So, just a quick recap for the things that we have done till now, right? We have installed Streamlit. We have seen how. Yep, Vaibhav. I would be sharing the code. I would be telling all of you where you can share the code, right? So even if you do not have the IDE right now, stick to this masterclass and understand the concepts, right? So that you don't have to understand it later on. Because right now I am here already, right? And if you do not understand anything, right, you can simply ask me. But if you're just skipping this masterclass and then coming back, probably, okay, I'll see it later. I'll simply copy the code. And if you get stuck, then I would not be there to help you, right? So it is very important for you to be here. So, yep. So that is one thing I was saying. So let's understand and do a quick recap of the things that we have covered till now. We have installed Streamlit. We have written a function basically that returns an output, which is test over here, right? And then we have a text from the user so as to receive text, basically, right? That text box we have. And then we are passing that text input, and then we are, let's say I'll print the user input as well, right? So that it becomes easier for all of you to understand it. So we'll press Command S, the file will get saved automatically. We'll simply go to the Chrome browser again. We see it here. We'll refresh the page. And again, it has said, hey, what's up? I'll press enter once and then I'll go back. I will write something else. Let's write, hey guys, you are lovely. And then I will press again enter. See? And then we'll again go back to our workshop, Vala project. And then we see, okay, we have, hey, what's up? And then, hey guys, you are lovely, right? So where is this hey, what's up coming from? Hey, what's up is coming from here, right? It's a default text that we have written. Simply, you can simply put a space bar over here and it would be fine, right? But just for the sake of, we just kept it, but you can keep it empty. It's completely up to you, right? So, yep. Let's uncomment this, right? Personal tutoring, what I believe the spelling is right. Personal tutoring bot. This is the title of the Streamlit app. Accepting user input, function to generate the output, right? And then we have function to receive user queries. Simple as that, right? So till now, let me in the okay, someone has said, sir, how to run this code? Can you explain again? Sure, man. So to run this code, basically, I'll again press Control C. So if you're running if the code is already running, you can terminate it by pressing Control C. Okay. And if you want to run the code again, right, you have to write Streamlit space run space name of your file. So in my case, it is main.py, and then you can press enter. Okay. If you are too lazy to write the name of the file, let's say you have your file name is abracadabra, something like that, then God bless you. But if you want to autocomplete the file, right? So here in my case, it is main.py, right? I'll press M and then press tab and it would automatically complete it for me. And then if I'll press enter, it will tell me that it is already running for me. Yep. So I'll show it again. This thing is running for me. If you guys want to see, I hope my screen is visible now. And this is how you can use it. So this is our title, right? This is the name of the bot, CN bot, okay, Coding Ninja's bot, and this is your user input, all right? Cool. Let's add a cool background, okay? I'd be taking in suggestions from you. Wait a second, someone is asking. Karan, if you are there, someone is asking that can the stream be moved to a higher resolution, like 1080, if you are there?
No, Bhavish, actually the highest resolution that we can have is 720p.
Oh, okay. Thanks a lot. So guys, please bear with me. Yeah, for you guys, I'll just make sure that I zoom it. I'd zoom it everything so that you'll be able to see. Cool. So, yep. Don't worry, guys. Stay calm. Even if you do not understand all the things in one go, right? Stick so that at the end you'd be able to get where I have put my code, right? And where you can sort of find the code and then copy paste the code and implement it, right? So right now, make sure you understand it, right? And also make sure that you, at the end, you stay to find out how you would be able to get a GPT-4 subscription for free, right? How Coding Ninjas will provide a GPT-4 subscription, right? So I hope things till everyone is clear with the things till now, right? So chalo, cool. Now this black background is very boring, yeah, right? I want something cool, right? Let's make our background a bit cool, right? So what would we do is we'd go to pixels.com, right? We would find a photo. Again, we would go to pixels.com. We would find a very cool background, which you can copy and which you can paste basically. So that thing would be, what do I say? Copyright free. Basically, you'd be able to get all your copyright images, copyright free images from pixels.com, right? Or you can go to Unsplash as well, right? So let's go to Unsplash, for example. Let's go to Unsplash. Okay. So these are two sites which you can use. I was just not able to remember the name. So yeah, one is pixels.com and the other one is Unsplash. So you would be able to find high resolution images here for free. So these images we would be using for our UI piche, right? So let's get a high resolution image. Guys, fatafat, let me, what kind of an image would you want me to have, right? You want a Batman image, you want a specific superhero image, or what image would you want our chatbot to have, right? Let me know. I'm looking in the comments in the live stream right now. Let me know. Let's wait for a while. In the meantime, I'll just drink some water. I've been talking for 1 hour now. Someone said space. Someone is saying flash. Okay. Titanic ship. Okay. Robot, landscape, space. Chalo, let's go for space. Let's go with space. Okay. And I have pressed enter. Ooh. We have a couple of images here. Space is really good. So guys, batao, isme se I'm going on to this galaxy wala thing, right? Or the night sky. Chalo, let's go for night sky. ठीक है? Which one do you want me to have? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 options. Okay. Jaldi se batao. Tell me in the comment section, which one do you want? 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one shall I take? Shivansh Singh is saying first one, okay? Third one. Atharva said third one. Eternal Effect said Star Rail. Man, you should have said. Shivansh Singh, okay, Anoop is also saying 3. Devil is saying 3. A lot of people are saying 3. हाँ यार, सुंदर तो है. 3 wala is really good. Cool. So we'll, on public demand, we'll go with 3. Okay. So we'll click on this and we will copy image address. Okay. Copy image address. Yep. Then once this image address has been copied, right, we would be going to our project, right? And for time being, we'll just paste it somewhere. Okay. Cool. Let's paste it here. And let's comment it for time being. Okay. So we'd be taking this, the third number wala thing on public demand, right? And then we would be updating our UI, basically the background of that, right? So let's see how do we do that, right? So we'll again go to our UI. Okay. We will try to see whether that thing is working or not. I think it is working. Okay. Hey. Yep, it's working. Cool. So, and how did I know it's working? When I said hey, before I'll press enter, you'd see that here it would show running. This thing I've zoomed in for all of you. Okay. Abhi Darga is saying Marvel, Marvel. Yeah. Everyone else had said, yeah, chalo, we'll some other time for sure. I am a Marvel fan too. Some other time. So how do I know that this thing is working or not? If I press enter, you'd be able to see running over here. Okay. So see, did you see that? I'll press again and enter again, and you'd be able to see running. Okay, तो चला गया इधर से. How are you? See, it had come, right? So, yep, that's how you do it. Chalo, let's change the background. Okay? And I'm super happy for all of you guys because of this masterclass, you all would be able to learn a lot of different things, right? Like Chat GPT, everything you'd be able to learn with that, right? Streamlit also you guys are learning. Amazing, yeah. I sometimes just feel bad because when I was in college, I did not attend such master classes, and it would have been a different thing. Cool. Chalo. We would be considering this class, and we see that okay, this class, this header, and all of these things are important, right? So basically, Streamlit has this ST app viewer wala thing, right? So if I just press here, and then if I just write ST app, okay, and if I just press enter, it would show me the different places where it has been considered, right? So in this class, we have to focus on this data test ID, right? And we have ST app viewer, ST app view container. We have to focus on this, right? So I'll just copy this, okay? Just for the sake of simplicity, I'll show it again, all right? Right click on inspect, okay? The HTML page that has been made by Streamlit would come. Now you have to click on this arrow wala button, right? And then you have to select this entire page, or simply basically go on this class, right? In this class, just press Command F and then write small s, small t, capital A, small p, and small t, right? This ST app, and then press enter. You'd be able to see this data test ID, right? Copy this entire thing. Kar lo copy. Okay. And once this thing has been copied, right, here we would be writing the URL. So basically, when we edit this thing, right, when we would make the changes over here, the changes would be reflected in the background, right? So, yep. So till now, I hope you have understood it, right? So before we move forward, okay, we'll move forward once I get to understand whether everyone has understood it or not, whether people are with me, right? If you are able to understand, it's completely okay. If you are not able to, abhi pura ek baar mein hi complete it, because stream is recorded. Okay, stream is there for you. Stream is recorded, and at the same time, I would also share the code where you would be able to find this code, right? So even if you think that there are a few concepts which are new to you, it's completely okay. Basically, I'm trying to cover it. I'm trying to dumb it down for all of you. But if you feel if you are kind of a person who's more into understanding things first and then doing it, so it's completely okay. From that GitHub link that I would share, you'd be able to copy the code, and then you'd be able to replicate it on your system. So don't worry about that. We'll move forward. I would want to know if everyone has understood till now. Okay, data test ID is not understood. Guys, we'll move forward. First, like the stream so that other people would come to know that we are having this stream, and Coding Ninjas is doing it, a free masterclass, so that people, college students who are like you, they would be able to join this stream as well, right? So, yep. So this data test ID basically is an type of an, so this is an element, right? So this is just an attribute in it. So a data test ID basically represents the element, not exactly, the attribute in that element, which is responsible for changing the background. In simple layman terms, if I'm supposed to tell you, it represents that, right? So this ST app wala part that you did not understand, Muskan, is basically, ST stands for Streamlit app, is Streamlit app. So this is just how they have initialized their classes. It is just that, when you initialize a variable, let's say title or something like that. So basically title represents the title. So ST app basically is just that Streamlit app. So they just have named it like that. There is no specific logic behind it, to be honest. Same goes for data test ID. There is no specific logic behind this thing, right? So, yep. Abhi Darga is asking which is my favorite language. Man, I'm coding in Python. Python jana. So cool. Aarti Joshi says everything is clear. Thanks a lot, Aarti. Make sure, guys, you're liking the stream so that everyone gets to understand, everyone gets notified that. Cool, guys. I believe we are getting a lot of questions. Will have almost 1 hour for Q&A, right? So write your questions pehle, and let's build something similar to like this. Fatafat, fast, okay? It's getting late actually, okay? So we'll just build this thing, fatafat, something like this, fast, right? So that you guys also get to understand. And whatever questions you are having, hold tight. We would be having a good long Q&A. We would be having one AMA session, ask me anything session. In that, whatever doubts you are having, ask me. It's completely okay, right? So in the meantime, data test ID. Yep, let's copy this thing. Okay. Let's copy this thing and then paste it in our project, right? So let's go and paste it. So if we just paste it over here, let's comment it as well. Now let us understand how do we change it. So basically how Streamlit works is, Streamlit basically would make, using Python functions, it would basically make and change the UI for you, right? So if you do not want to change your background, you do not have to understand all of this. But if you are someone who wants to make his UI look cooler, right? Make his UI look really good. So what you can do is you have to do the following things. So first, we'll just initialize changes. So changes is the file, is the thing that I want to have, right? And then we would write, we would open a style, style element. Why style? Because we'd be changing styles, right? Inside it. So we need it for that. That is the purpose. So, okay, let's take it here, right? So we'd be adding all these things in the style, right? All these things will be added in the style, right? So this thing that you see over here, right? We would be adding it here, but the format of doing it is we keep it in a list. Basically, we just keep it in a list, right? And then we just add the following elements. Guys, it's completely okay if things are a little fast for you, because this thing is recorded and I would be sharing the code for you, right? So right now it is important for you to understand how the code is working, right? And how the code is working and how you are implementing it. That is the only thing that you have to understand, right? So, let's get into it. So we have the image URL, right? So this is our URL. How do I change it? How do I change my background? So in HTML, in basically front end, right? So there is this one, you might call it element, right? That is how you do it. So this basically background image attribute is for, I would say, oh, okay, wait, we can uncomment this. We can make this a string, right? F string. If it make this F string, then it would be okay, cool. We'll just comment it over here. Okay. We'll just copy this URL that we have, right? And then we'll paste it over here. Cool, right? So basically, this background image, well, attribute is would be taking the background image from the thing that we have shared, the URL that we have shared, right? And how do you want it to reflect, right? We want it to reflect in a format where it covers the entire page, right? So we'll be writing cover. Cool. Let's see the changes that we have made. Are they even there or not? Okay. So we'll again press the command S. Okay. And then we'll change it again. We'll wait for some time to see if things have changed or not. Okay. I think it has not changed. Oh, my bad. It was zoomed in. So there are these settings that you can go. You have system settings, edit active theme. Let's see. System settings. Light, dark, edit active theme. It should have come. Did not. Good. Let's see. So here we have put in cover probably because of semicolons. Let's see if semicolons and not just in str viewer this there, and then everything else is there. Cool. So let's see. I have changed the semicolon, and if it just run it again, maybe it should come. Chalo, cool. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. Okay? It's okay. In the meantime, we'll go back and we'll see how things are working. So cool. We'll fix it with time. Okay? Pehle, let's cover all of these things. Ideally, it works like that. Okay? So, yep. We have this changes, and then we have opened a style. We have closed this. Then we have this data test ID, view app container over here, right? And style is there. We have this data test ID, and in that we have this background image, which we have pasted. The URL link we have pasted, and then we have background size. The cover also we have pasted, right? So basically, we have everything for now, right? Now, let's move ahead with something else. Okay. Now I want a text box. Okay. Oh, now I understood. Actually, my bad, guys. We did not push these things only. So if we just write st.markdown, right? And if I just write changes over here, and if I just write, what was that? Unsafe allow HTML to true, right? And then if I save my file, oh man. And then if I'd save my file, and again, if I'd go over there, right? And I've saved my file, and if I just rerun it, cool. Now we have the background. So, bhaiya, 3 number wale log, everyone is having the background now, right? So, yep, this is your background now. And yep. Apologies, guys. Thoda bahut idhar udhar ho jata hai. I have not marked up the code. So, yep. Whatever changes that you are making, right, in the markdown, right, you actually have to commit them. So basically that st.markdown wala thing is responsible for committing those changes, right? So we have done this. Now we want yahan pe, I want to show the texts that I have written, right? I'm writing, my audience is awesome, right? I'm pressing enter, but nothing is coming here. I want something. कुछ तो दिखे, ठीक है? So let's add that फटाफट, ठीक है? Let's work on that. Let's add it फटाफट, ठीक है? All the questions that you guys are having, I'll take it at the end, ठीक है? Let's add that. So we'll have one session, ठीक है, where we'll have it generated and passed. So but basically there are two sessions. One is generated. Generated is the one that would represent this generated output, right? And passed would be the one that would have been, मतलब पहले जा चुका होगा, that would be the past one, ठीक है? So let's do that, right? So we'll be using this session state wala thing, right? So as I said, we have two things. So if generated, or what I'll do is, before doing that, I'll just write st dot session state. I'll just print it for you guys, right? So that you guys understand what I'm talking about. So the thing is already running. We'll just go back to the UI, right? And I'll press sessions, right? I'll press enter. I have pressed enter, and then I'll go back again to see what all things it has written, right? So it has printed sessions. st.markdown, my audience is awesome. Print st.session. Oh, did not come. Okay, cool. Print st.session, sessions state. Okay. So a session state, nothing has come because session state is empty, right? So we'd be adding two things over here. So the first thing is we'd be adding two sessions. The first thing would be generated, the other thing would be passed, right? So if generated is not in st dot session state, okay, then I want the st dot session state to have an empty list, basically. So okay, this is that. So I'll just copy this thing and is nahi aayega yahan pe. If this not in this, then generated, I want it to be an empty list. Cool. We have an empty list right now. Okay. We have an empty list. And I want something for my past wala also. Okay. So if you guys remember, we had written how are you, right? So it showed test. So how are you was my generated that I had written, but when I pressed enter, that how are you became my past, and the test that it showed, right, it became my present, that is the generated one. Okay. So I need the same thing for past also, right? So if generated, okay, it would be generated. Cool. So I have one for past as well, right? So when all of these things are there, then I want to use my this function, right? So all of these things, basically, we would take it here, down here. Okay. So understand the flow, guys. Okay. We have one function to generate the output. We have one function to receive the input, right? We have one title. We have one we have one change as of now that would actually that actually changes the background, right? Then we commit that change. We have one way when we are accepting the input, right? Once this input gets accepted, right, we want to pass that input somewhere, right? So this input gets passed there, right? And then once that input gets passed, we want to have these sessions, right? And when we have these sessions, right? When we have these sessions, we want these sessions to be reflected, right? So what happened? Oops. Cool. Yeah. So when we have these sessions, we want these sessions to get reflected somewhere, right? So cool. Let's not waste time and get into it, right? So when I have these things, the outputs that I have, so I want it to show, I want it to reflect how are you, I want it to reflect test, I want it to reflect these things, right? So how would it reflect? So for that, we just write this thing, that once this thing is user input we get, right? So it is generating the output for us, right? And then it would append the user input. Okay. So what would it be? St dot session state. I want it to append the first thing. So understand the flow, guys. First, I have written, how are you? I am pressing enter. The moment I have pressed enter, how are you becomes my past. Okay. So that is why I would want to make sure that this thing, I am first entering the past, right? And then I'm appending my user input over here. Okay. My user input is there. Response को चलो output बना देते हैं. ठीक है. And this is output. We'll just out. Okay. Output. ठीक है. Now, once this thing is done, I want to see the generated output, because if you guys remember, when we would use that application, the free wala application, how you would be able to generate the output, the generated output would come thoda time baad mein, right? So there would be some lag. So we want it to come later. So generated, I will copy it from here, right? And then I want to then I paste generated over here. और यहाँ पे user input की जगह we paste output, right? This thing is done. Cool. Fatafat. This thing is done, and now I'm interested in seeing if generated output is there or not, right? So if st.generated output is not list, right? Or if st.generated output has something, sorry, st.session state of generated has something, then I want it to show me the messages, right? How, in what order do I want it to show me the messages? I want to show it the messages in a reverse order, right? Because my that bar would be at the top, right? So what I would be doing is I would be writing a for loop over here for I in range, and it depends on the length of my session state. Okay. And I want it to be like this. So in the range of, so people who are new to Python, range function basically is you use it for, like, it's a for loop, right? So range function basically helps you. So it's like for I in range 5, print I. So it would print I 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Not 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, right? So yeah, Python is very, very intuitive. So if you wanted to give you output like that, right? So that minus, so here it is the length of that, and I want it to be in the, I want it to run till negative of it, right? And this is the output. I want it to be in this format. Let's keep it pass for here, and because I want to explain what this thing is doing. And okay, why is this coming? Okay, because it is not intended. Okay. So yeah, how is this working is, if session has generated, if this thing is generated, right, you'd be able to iterate reverse in a reverse chronological order, right? And then you would want to write messages, right? So this basically, let's say it is 5. So from 5 to -1, so basically till 0 it will go, right? And in reverse chronological order, it would print everything for you, right? So yeah. So एक -1 ज़्यादा लिख दिया था. So yeah, I want to show the messages now, right? So how do I show? So there is this one thing that you'll have to import, right? So we'll import from Streamlit underscore chat. So Streamlit chat, again, we do not have. Cool. So we'll just close the terminal here. We'll write pip install Streamlit chat. We'll press enter. The Streamlit chat is importing. Basically, we'll use this Streamlit chat for displaying the messages, right? So I'm writing message over here, right? So Streamlit chat has been installed. It is not showing a red, so I believe all the things are installed now. Cool. Now I want to display the messages. So fatafat, let's do it, right? So I would use this message class, right? And I would show the generated output first. I'm interested in showing the generated output first, right? So st of generated would again copy it, right? And then copy what, right? So since if you guys remember, it is a list, so I want to show it in a reverse chronological order. So for I, so again, I'm using, basically it is just an array, right? Nothing else, right? So since one thing that you have to keep in mind, this has to be a unique thing again and again, right? So we'll keep it, we'll make it this as the string, right? Or you can keep it like that, or you can simply keep it like this. Doesn't matter. Anything works. Okay. So key has to be unique, right? It identifies every message as a unique key, right? Because if you guys have thoda bahut and knowledge on front end, and if you have worked on thoda bahut automation, you guys would understand that every element has a unique identifier until and unless it is something which is repetitive, right? So yep. So that is why this key has to be unique. And since I want the generated output to be on the top, that is why this thing would be on the top, right? And I want the past wala output below my generated output, right? uh, if I'd show you again what I'm trying to say. So here I want, this is my generated output, right? I want this generated output at the top and then my past output, right? So now it would be easier for you to imagine, right? So this is the this is the thing that I'm writing, or the thing that I had written. This was the output that it had generated for me, right? This is the past output, right? So generated would always be on top of past, right? So I have to keep it in this chronological order. So that is why in the for loop, again, I would be keeping the generated wala thing at top, and after that I'd keep the past wala thing, right? So this is it. Let's save this file, right? And then let's run our thing again. We'll just write Streamlit run again, guys. I used this thing. How did I do it? I was able to do it by making sure. Yep. If you want to auto generate this, press upper arrow key, right? So all the commands that you would have written in your terminal, you would be able to get them back again, right? So this thing, you can do it like that. Okay. So now our program is running. Let's see how we'd be able to see it. Okay. So yep, this thing is now working. Okay. So let's see if we are able to get the outputs or not. So I'll just write here. So it is showing list out of error, mission state. Okay, cool. So here the identifier is the same, right? Something else, list index out of range. Cool. So we would have to write something over there. What is it? So we'll write hey, and we'll return test. Right now we are not. Okay, let's keep prompt over here. And the generated output function that we have, we are keeping this over here. And we have just write it prompt equals to test, and then we are returning prompt, for example. Okay. Let's see how it is working now. This is cool. So basically, the changes that I had made, it is showing this thing is also there, that thing is also there. And then if I move forward, then it is showing me test. I have changed the test over here. I have changed this thing, that aspect. Where did it go? Let's remove this first. Cool. So this prompt it is taken, it takes the prompt, right? And then the prompt that we are having, it returns the prompt. Then we are saving the file again, index out of range, and then we would be seeing whether it is working right now or not. We'll just refresh it. It is not, it is showing the same error. We'll go back to the code again to understand what is happening. List index out of range. Okay, so I believe this list is not appended. It had shown for this. Okay. It should get appended once this thing, I have got this thing. So what is happening? First of all, हमने यहाँ पे चले गए, user input ले रहा है वो. We have taken the user input. We are appending the user input. Or probably we can write it like that. Doesn't matter. One way generated. Cool. st dot my bad. We are getting the input. We are printing the input. The input is getting printed over here. So that is not a problem. It is going cool. So st dot state dot append, we have appended over here. Cool. We have reloaded it, and we'll again go to the UI, right? And we try to see the changes that have been made. Okay. So I'll just refresh it. So again, it is showing session state, not this. Chalo guys, before we move ahead with this again, पहले मुझे बताओ कि oh, ideally it should have been -1. That's why it is happening. Yep. So I just found it now. So basically, why -1? Why -1 is essential because you want to take it the last one, right? So if initially the list, I'll tell you, there are 5 items, right? So you did start considering it from the 4. Why? Because then the index of a list starts from 0. So when you are considering the 5th item, you want to take from 0 to 5th, that is the 4th index, right? So that is why -1 should be here, right? So yeah, so we'll again save the code again, and then chalo, let's see the output. And just oops. Second state has no key pass. Spelling mistake. Key error SN- has no key pass. So it has to be passed here. Okay. And I just name this something else. Something like user underscore this plus string of this, so that wouldn't have mattered, but still, both of them are different. Okay. We'll again run this thing again. We have saved it, and we'll just reload. So okay, so now you are able to see this test thing at least, right? Chalo, cool. We'll just run it again. Hey, test. Okay, it is not showing my output now, so I'll just write something. This again was up again showed in my case only, right? So we need to correct a few things. We want the user wala side as well, right? So let's go back to the code, right? And let's see how things are happening. Okay. So before that, let me drink some water. I'm thirsty now. So this thing, you guys understood, right? This thing is coming, and we need to, as you guys saw, the outputs also that I was showing, right? It was generating as a chatbot wala side only, right? So how do I change that? So there is this one keyword called is user, right? So we usually use that, and when we use it, it explicitly tells the Streamlit app that this section basically is for this reply basically just append it as a user, right? So I just have changed this code again, saved the code again. We'd again go to the Streamlit app, and now automatically it is showing WhatsApp over here, right? Clear? I'll just go to the chat. Uh, I just want to know whether you guys have understood abhi tak itna. And once this thing is done, we'll quickly have a small quiz, right? Karan would be having one quiz, thoda bahut. It'll give you 3 questions to understand. I just have prompted Karan. So one LLM based small quiz would be happening, right? And just tell me guys whether you have understood it abhi tak. ठीक है? If everything is clear, we'll move ahead. Awesome, Mayank. It's happy to know that everything is clear now. Shivansh says it's clear. Reggie San says maybe I'll make this project for my final year. Man, if you're making it in your second or third year, you actually would be putting a very good impression in front of your interviewees and all of that. Okay. So yeah, what people have written. Yeah. There was some problem in the loop. I forgot that length wala thing. It skipped from my mind. So yeah. So cool. Chalo guys, I think the quiz is live now, right? The quiz is live for 30 seconds. Fatafat, go there and let me and Karan know about how this thing is going. You already have told me, but the quiz is about LLMs. So take that quiz fatafat, right? It would be open for 30 seconds only. And no cheating. No cheating, guys, no cheating. Okay? Answer the quiz questions. अच्छे से. Ooh. Once this quiz is done, guys, I'll tell you the best thing that I've seen today. I'll tell you the best thing. So now, once this thing is done, I want you to, you'd be like, now I want to generate the outputs. So whatever question I write, right? So what is ML? Basically, if I just type it again, it will say test, right? Now I want it to generate the output for me, right? Just like ChatGPT, right? Just like ChatGPT. So how would I do it? So basically, if I would just go to ChatGPT, right?
Yeah,
And
sorry to interrupt, Hoishe. So I just wanted to give a reminder to all the students. This quiz is live about this workshop only. So I'm extending the time second, for next 30 seconds. After that, I'll not be able to, what I say, just to keep it open. So please be fast, answer all the question that is there in the quiz. And we are waiting for the high response from your side. Till now, I can see that 50 students have participated. I can see that more than 200 people are there who are live with us. So go and respond fast. Let's see who will win. Yeah, Bhavishya, thank you. Continue.
thanks a lot, Karan. So here, if we have written what is ML, wala thing, basically we want it to generate the right outputs for us, right? If I'm pressing what is ML, it should not give test answer to me. It should give the actual answer, right? So basically, if I just copy this question and if I just go to ChatGPT and write what is ML, right? So it would give me the answer. Okay, what is ML and all of that, right? And it is giving a lot of पूरा भर भर के, ठीक है? So we want something like that, but not by using ChatGPT. Something related to ChatGPT, but without paying, ठीक है? Because if I just show you guys OpenAI का अपना account, right? So whatever OpenAI dot API or API OpenAI, yeah. If I just go here and if I just show it to you, you'd be able to see that they require some billing, right? You'll have to, there are rate limits, and then API keys ka kya hai, everything is hidden. Okay, you guys won't be able to see. So, so there is this billing, there is this usage, and so usage earlier they were giving $18 grant, right? Now my grant has expired. So if I want to leverage LLM for any of my project, either I'll have to pay them or I have to use a service which is free, right? So basically, if you go the ChatGPT wala route, so what will happen is you will either have to give your credit card, and on the basis of usage, it will be charged some $0.06 or something like that per token. So today I would be showing it how to do it for free. Okay. So open a new tab on Google Chrome, right? Bard API Python, right? This is an unofficial Python package made by Daniel Park, right? So we'll just scroll it down, right? We'll scroll it down, and installation wale section mein we would go. We would copy this section, right? And then we would go back to our that project, right? We need to stop this for now. So I'll press Control C, and then I'll paste pip install Bard API. I'll press enter. So in my case, this Bard API is already there, right? So we would use this Bard API. So let's see how this thing basically would work. Okay. So let's make a new file first. So before integrating it to the actual thing that we would be building, right? Let's integrate it. Let's see what is the capability. So I'll just name it as test.py, right? And I would just simply copy paste the code that this person has shared over here, right? I have copy pasted. But before that, he's talking about token. How to get this token, yeah? How to get this token? So he has given, so again, you don't have to share this token. I have already extracted my token because of course I knew that these things I would have to show. So already in the credentials.json file, I already have my token, right? So what you have to do is you have to go to bard.com, right? Here on Bard, you have to click on inspect, right? And inspect, you have to, again, I'll show, go to Bard, right click, inspect. You would have, click on this arrow, you would get application, go to application, and then you would be able to see underscore secure ID 1. Okay, this is 3, this is 1. Okay, where is 1? So somewhere it is 1. I cannot pura expand करके, it would be difficult for me because वो वरना दिख जाएगा वो. So if I just go it over here, he has written underscore secure 1 TSID, right? So this is the your cookie basically. Okay. So if I just try to find it over here, so underscore this wala thing is this, and then I'll just close it. Okay. So this is your cookie. So just find it there, and we'll go back again. Okay. I had copy pasted the code. Okay. We'll have to copy paste the code again. We are copy pasting. The code has been copied. We are going back again and we are pasting it here. And I have to extract it from credentials.json. So I'll just write import JSON with open credentials.json with mode as read as f json.load file as f. I'll name it as file, and this is file. Now my token would be file of token. So this is something that is there in my credentials.json, right? You do not have to do all of this since I was taking a session, this session, that is why I have done it. You can simply paste your key here, like something like this. If it is like this, you can simply keep it here and then you can run it. Okay. Understood? Understood abhi tak? I'm seeing the chat. Awesome. I'm seeing that people have done the quiz. It is really good. Akriti, I have shown, na? You would be able to find the token. Just go to bard.com, right? bard.google.com. Right click in that inspect, and then on the top left corner there would be one application wala side. On that application there is underscore secured 1p scid something kind of thing. Okay, there you would be able to get your token. I'll wait till majority of the people have found out their token. So everyone, abhi tak samajh mein aa gaya na? Did everyone understand it or not? Atharva says yes. Yes, got it. Akriti got it. Cool. So Pa says, can you explain what we are doing exactly here with Bard? Oh, cool. So basically, ChatGPT is the king, right? We want to build something like ChatGPT for personal tutoring. But if we use ChatGPT API, it is paid, right? So at the start of this session, I told this thing to all of you. Since this is a free masterclass, and I know you all are students, whatever I'd be teaching to you today would be for free. And whatever thing that you'll be doing today would be for free. So this is that, right? So cool. I see majority of the people have found their token. ठीक है. एक बार last में. Cool. I have got the quiz winners. ठीक है. After announcing the quiz winners, I'll again show the this thing to people, how to get the token for one last time. ठीक है. So quiz winners are Vaishnavi Mukku, Utkarsh, Stellar, and Priyanshu Gupta. Congratulations, guys. So thank you very much, Karan, for sharing these quiz winners. I'll repeat them again. Quiz winners are Vaishnavi Mukku, Utkarsh Stellar, and Priyanshu Gupta. So cool. I'll just show one last time how to do it. Okay. Guys, even if I'm not able to tell you, if you go to this, Karan, I am sharing this one link in the chat with you on Zoom. Can you please share this link on the YouTube live chat with the audience?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Bhavishya. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot. So guys, you just have to go to this link, right? This link that I've shared with him, right? You just have to scroll down. There is this one video over here, right? Where this guy is actually telling you how you would be able to get your token. Basically, he's telling you, right? And what all things you have to copy, how do you have to do it. This video is self-explanatory, right? You have to go to bard.google.com, right? And then you have to right click and then inspect element. There would be this one arrow you have to find. Okay, this one arrow you have to click, go to applications, and then find this underscore secure one PSD wala thing that he has written over here, right? Once this thing is there, you would have this code, this value you have, right? This value column that I have hidden. So it is a key value pair. So this is your cookie and this is your value. Okay. Copy this value wala thing. Whatever is there, if this is that thing, then copy that value. Okay. So that is how you have to do it. Understood? Chalo, we'd go to the next. We'd go and test how it works, yeah. And we need to know how it works, right? So, chalo, we'll just see this response. We'll just write what is ML, right? Then print response. Cool. Let's see whether it will generate it for us or not. And that is outside of my capabilities. Okay, what is machine learning? Let's run it again. Awesome. It has shown us that, in simple terms, machine learning is a way for computers to run without being explicitly programmed, and etc. things, right? So abhi, the same kind of output that ChatGPT was generating for us, we generated it for free using this Bard API. Hai? So now we would use this same Bard API in our this bot that we are trying to build, right? And then see the magic. Okay. So rather than that test वाला thing that he was seeing, जो बार बार test आ रहा था, तो उससे छुटकारा मिल जाएगा तुम लोगों को. ठीक है. So let's see how to do it. ठीक है. So rather than that test, we'll just copy this section, right? And we'll just paste it here. We have to import these files as well. Copy pasted here. Bard is now functional. We are getting answer from here. And rather than this question, I want it to give me using prompt, whatever the question I ask him, the response I have, I want it to return the response to me. Okay, cool. Understood itna? we have to cover it quickly. फटाफट. ठीक है. तो ये चीज हो गया है ना यहाँ पे. Now let's close this file. Let's go to terminal again and let's see if this thing is working or not. I know what the output would be, but I have to explain a few things. Okay. So let's run main.py again. We'd go to our Chrome browser, and then we would see we have written hey, and here it is written, hey there, how may I help you? Right? So I'll just write, what is machine learning? All right. I'll just press enter. It is running again. And boom. Isn't it good? So, chalo. So this is what you have built with me today, right? This is your personal tutoring bot. You can use it as a project on your resume. Now there are a few more additions that we can do, right? तो जैसे कि you are able to see this black color का thing, we can fix this, ठीक है? We can make the text short, ठीक है? I can tell you how to make very good prompts, right? Which is very important again. So there are a few changes that you can do, right? So जैसे कि if you just go to this settings यहाँ पे, right? And then you would have click on use system setting, ठीक है? And if you just click here, probably reload. तो उसमें there would be a few things that would change, right? तो अब जैसे कि you want this thing to change, तो edit active schema, you want black की जगह कोई और color, let's say blue, ठीक है? तो blue हो गया. You want it to be white, चलो black ही रखते हैं फिलहाल अभी. This is black, वो black हो गया. This red line and all of that, these things, this red color box that you are able to see. So I want to make this red wala thing green. So I'd go somewhere here and I'd change it to green. Now it is green now. But did you guys see one thing? This black wala thing is still not going, right? So how can it go? ठीक है? How can it go? Cool. So we would just go to settings again, edit active schema. Okay, so here it is asking to save your changes, copy the custom theme into the clipboard. Okay, so we have copied this theme. Okay, and it is asking to make a .streamlit folder और उसके अंदर config.2ml वाला file we'll have to make. Cool, we'll do that. ठीक है, so we do whatever he says we have to do and we'll do it. So we'd make this thing. The name of the folder was .streamlit, if I'm not wrong. .streamlit was the folder name. Folder name has been there. We'll make a new file. The name of the file is config.2ml. We'd paste our theme. ठीक है, theme वही paste I have pasted जहाँ से I have copied it basically, right? And now this is the background color, which is black. Okay, this is the background color. Now what if I want to change it? ठीक है, so I can simply write transparent here. I want it to be transparent. Let's save this file. ठीक है, spelling सही है, transparent सही तो लग रही है. We'll save this file. We'll go to that thing again. We'll close it and we will run it. Again, it is showing running. When it's showing running, that means it is working. अगर खराब होता तो उधर ही उड़ जाता. ठीक है, so अभी फिर से यहाँ पे दिखा रहा है, मतलब there is something that we have to change. ठीक है, so again we'll go on inspect. When we are going on inspect, there is this HTML wala thing that we'll have to fix. ठीक है, again this whatever this thing that we are doing right now is just as same as what we had done for changing the background, right? Background color. So basically you'll have to change a few things here. If you remember, we'll have to update a few things here. Okay, so all this is coming under this iframe. If you see, right? Oops, this iframe, it is coming under this iframe, right? So again, if I open it up again, this thing is under iframe, right? So I want to change things over here. So how do we do that? ठीक है, तो it is something, उसके लिए बाद में I'll have to explain बहुत सारी चीजें. ठीक है, तो let's do it फटाफट. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे वो iframe वगैरह वाली चीजें हैं. ठीक है, so first we understand where this thing basically is coming from. ठीक है, तो पीछे if you see that we had that HTML wala thing, right? HTML tag over there. So we want that tag to be transparent, right? Now we had changed it over here in the config.2ml, right? But why it was not being reflected? Because it was being overwritten. We were expecting it to be in the iframe. So iframes were not being reflected. वो जो सारे changes थे, they were not being reflected in the iframe. So we will have to do it explicitly, right? So how do we do it explicitly? So there is this one attribute for background. We'll just write transparent over here, right? This is for basic HTML पूरा होता है, ठीक है? And basically we just want to change the background color for that iframe. Basically, if I just tell you wherever that iframe is, I want to change that background color, ठीक है? To transparent, ठीक है? तो again, I would just see that वो iframe है कहाँ पे, right? So this iframe, where did it go? Okay, yeah. So this iframe is under div. Okay, this iframe is under div, okay, and this iframe we have to this is here it is, and this is the class name, okay. This is the name of the class. You have to copy. Cool. So div, and this is the class that is reflecting, and this is the iframe. Okay. So how do you do that? Okay. How do you do that? So again, we would go to our project. Okay. We have now understood that it is in the div wala section. So we'll just write div, and oh, we forgot to copy the name. So we'll copy the name fatapat. Copy. So this name that we have copied the name. We'd go back again to the project, right? And we'd just copy it, okay? And once it has been copied, okay, I want it to the child element. I mean the iframe in it basically. I just want to target that, right? So we change the background color of that, okay, to transparent. Okay. When this thing is done, I don't think this is required. Let's see. So we'll save this file. Okay. Once this file has been saved, okay, we'd run it again. Okay, so it is running already. We'd go back to the to the application, and we would reload it. Okay. So it has been reloaded, and let's see how and what outputs do we get. Boom. It is again showing it like that. Cool. So we would change it again. We'd make the changes, and so we would keep this HTML background. Okay. This is for the entire HTML. Okay. Basically, we're just trying to override it. Okay. We're just trying to make sure that it is being overwritten. Okay. Style close हो रहा है, हाँ हो रहा है. st.markdown changes I'm pending. Cool. This is also there. Understood. Cool. We'll save the file again. We would go to the application again, and we would do the changes. I mean, we'd reload it to see whether the changes have happened. Okay, so it is again showing the same thing. So let's change it again. Cool. Let's change it फिर से and see and debug with all of you. Okay. So we'll just see if there are any changes there. So we'll just write some secondary color इसमें config.2ml में, ठीक है? तो secondary color equals to, let's write hashtag चलो 6 डिजिट लेता है ना वो, तो 25 2593. Chalo, cool. This is the secondary color that they have put in. Okay, we're just trying and testing things. I'm trying to figure out things by myself in front of you. Okay. So these are the changes that we are trying to make. Okay, so that it becomes easier and it becomes very appealing, basically. Okay, so we'll just close this, we'll save it again, and then we would be reloading it. Okay, so basically using these changes you would be able to get basically you can change, you can make this wala thing lighter, you can make this go away, like here, right? So here यहाँ पे वो black वाला नहीं आ रहा है. So just like that you can make it go away. ठीक है, we can try to fix it. ठीक है, if you are guys into it, we can spend more time into fixing it. ठीक है, I mean in front of you, or if you guys directly want to get into the question answer round, we can do that as well. ठीक है, I'm looking at the chat window, but initially I believe you have understood how to build this section. ठीक है, how this thing works. You have understood it, and if you want it to go a little wider, okay, it can go like wide mode, so and run on save. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे पूरा वो wide चला जाएगा. ठीक है, so yep, let me, okay, people are having issue with the thing in that ना. चलो ठीक है, टोकन की के लास्ट में वो आता है dot, you have to keep it. Let me know guys if you want me to fix it in front of you guys. Whatever majority says, we would do that and we would get it fixed. Or you want QA round? You want me to spend more time in fixing this thing, or you want a QA round right away? If we are having this QA round right away, so I can actually give you ideas. Okay, so so after this QA session, right, we would be giving you the cheat sheets, right, which would prompt engineering cheat sheets. Karan would be sharing them with you, which would then help you get really that would actually help you make more better in terms, you'd be able to make better decisions, you'd be able to write better prompts, you'd be able to get better results, right? So it is based on that. So after the Q&A session, we would share the cheat sheets, the gold standard cheat sheets that we have found, which are very useful, right? And which you should definitely keep in mind, right? We would I would also share how you can get your GPT-4 subscription for free from our side, how 3 people would get it, and what is the procedure, right? Chalo, usse pehle I'll show you one thing, right, about ChatGPT. But pehle I want to know how you want, what people exactly wanted. You wanted Q&A or fix it? There are people who are saying, Nitesh is saying fix it. There are people who are saying Q&A. My project not showing credential.json file, please help, because you have not made it. My credential.json file, I have made it explicitly. I had told it during the session. So this is my credential.json file, right? So I had made it. So wait, I'll show you. So you just have to right click over here, right? You right click over here, you go to new, okay? You click on file, right? You write, let's say, cred.json, and then you click enter. You write it in a JSON format, you write it output, and then you write your token value, whatever you have. So this is what I have done, basically, right? If you do not, and why did I do it like that? Because I cannot share my token value directly. Okay? So if you don't want to go through all this hassle, what you can do is you can simply bypass all of this, right? You can write token equals to, and then whatever your token value is over here, right? Simply comment this section or don't write it, whatever. Okay? And then also you can use it like that. Okay? So this is that. Cool. We are running short of time, guys. Batao fatafat, you want QA round? I believe a lot of people are saying QA round. Okay? Q&A. Cool. Chalo, we'll fatafat go with Q&A then. Okay? But before, I'll tell you how you would be able to get this ChatGPT wala thing for free. Okay? But before that, let me show it to you. The cheat sheets that we would be sharing. Okay? Why are they important? Chalo, we'll take it back now. Cool. Let's do the Q&A first. Cool. Chalo guys, I am all game. I am seeing the chat. Let me know what your questions are. Fatafat. Abhi Darga says Q&A. Yeah, Rashi, I'd be sharing my code. Don't worry. I'd share my code. So if you want to see, you would be able to find my code over here. Okay? It is basically an updated version of the code that I had coded earlier, but you'd be able to find the code here on my GitHub. This is my GitHub. Just write Bhavishya Pandit GitHub on Google, you'd be able to find it, right? So, but before that, let's do the Q&A session. I would upload the code soon. Okay? I'd update and upload the code soon. Okay? So that you guys would be able to get exactly this thing that we have built today. Okay?
Guys, I have shared the link of the Coding Ninjas community channel with you on the chat. The giveaway that Bhavishya was talking about, we will be sharing the link to access all those cheat sheet in that group only. So it's a Telegram community, and there you will receive the the information about the further masterclass as well. So yeah, so I suggest you to join that community fast enough. So the link is there in the comment box. It's pinned right over there. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks a lot, Karan. Thanks a lot for that. So let's see what people have questions. So please share the JSON file, guys. I cannot share the JSON file. It has credentials, right? The JSON file basically was just to make sure that the file that you are using is opt, and it was just for credentials, basically nothing else. The credentials, when you are having those credentials, I cannot share it publicly. So, and you should not either, right? Not even on GitHub or not to your interviewer or anyone. So what you have to do is you just have to write it somewhere. You can use os.environ. I mean, you can paste it in environment variables, or you can paste it in or put it in a JSON file and then read the JSON file from that, so that the people who do not, who won't be able to see it directly. Basically, that's it, right? Nothing else. Someone is asking which language to be done in DSA. Okay, ban whatever language you are comfortable with. Guys, please ask questions more related to this masterclass. I would be able to help you guys better. Sir, can we link our own curated database to be used with ChatGPT? Definitely, you can do that. Definitely. In fact, in one of the projects that I'm working at Rakuten, we are doing it like that. But make sure the data that you are using is public. If you are someone who is working in a corporate firm, do not pass your data to ChatGPT or to APIs like such. This is an unofficial API, right? I do not know for how long this API would even be valid. So there are a few other APIs that I would want to show that you can definitely give it a check. One is HugChat, right? So HugChat Python. So it is on Hugging Chat. Okay. So where did it go? HugChat GitHub. Let's. So yep. So just like this barred one, we have one for Hugging Face. So you would be able to do for this as well, right? So, and then we have GPT for all as well, right? So you can install GPT for all, right? It is also, this is an open source platform, open source thing that you'd be able to use. It is relatively a bit slower. So this barred wala thing that we were doing, right? It was able to show you outputs fastly, very fast, right? It was real time. But GPT-4 for all wala thing, this takes thoda time, right? Basically, it would install all your dependencies and all of that, and all that thing would happen. Okay with you. So, yep, these two other things also that you can definitely give it a check. So I showed you 4 LLMs today, not 1, not 2, but 4, right? ChatGPT, I showed you how you can build a bot of your own without even paying a single penny using Bard API. Then I showed you Hug Chat, which is again an open source thing. It is for Hugging Face. The API hasn't been released. Okay, it is an unofficial version, and this one has actually been supported by the chief technical officer of Hugging Face, right? So you can leverage this also. Okay. And then I have showed GPT for all. So 4 LLMs I have showed you today. So I really hope it added some value. And now quickly, let's take a few other questions. Okay. And then I would tell you how to use ChatGPT or any LLM using prompt engineering, right? And those cheat sheets that we would be sharing would be for that, right? So let's say let's have a look at the questions. So okay, Shiba Inu and crypto people are here in the chat, yeah. Shiba Inu is asking, is this project enough for internship and placement? I'm in third year. You'll have to try to add a few more things on top of it. Like if you would want me to give you a few examples of that, right? So here I had removed that black wala thing from behind. So you can invest thoda bahut time. You can try to tweak it to remove that black wala thing here again. You can try to make this wala thing a bit more transparent. So here, if you see, this is relatively more transparent than this, right? So you can make it more transparent. You can change the icons of this, right? You can add a sidebar over here using st.sidebar. There is one function that you can definitely give it a check, right? And then you can write your own name over here, like made in love in India and all of that. You can try to add data to it. I mean, I just don't want to give you ideas because this is exactly how you would be getting GPT-4 subscriptions, right? This is exactly how you would be getting. I'll tell you. But before that, let me go to the chatbot and I'll tell you how to do it. Okay, how to use it. So in this masterclass, not only you would have built a chatbot using free API, right? Real-time chatbot using LLM, but you also learned Streamlit. You also got to know about ChatGPT. You also saw 3 more other LLMs. And at the same time, now I will also teach you prompt engineering as a beginner, how you can get it, right? So here it has given me some output. Okay, chalo, we'll write a LinkedIn post in front of you all. Okay, let's do that using ChatGPT. Okay, so this would also give you a rough understanding of how things are working. Okay, so I'm asking ChatGPT, write a LinkedIn post for me for thanking all the attendees of my workshop. Okay. Be grateful and share the fall. Be grateful. So let's keep it like that. And then let's write thoda bahut about what this workshop was. Okay. About the workshop. Okay. So this workshop was about creating a personal tutoring bot for placements. So basically, this was the application. You can use it to write. I don't know if this thing is working still or not. Yeah, chalo. What are the essential things that I need to learn to crack an internship at Google? Chalo. I'm not sure whether this thing, chalo, it's running. Okay. So basically, you can use this as anything. You can assign it a role. So that is exactly what I'll try to show, because we are running short of time. I have to show you a lot of things, right? So you can use it as your personal tutor. If you have any other questions, you can definitely come and ask this tutor, and it would be able to answer all of your questions, right? And so yeah, So about the workshop, this workshop was about creating yep. This workshop was about creating a personal tutoring board for placements uh, for college students. For college students, students learned how uh, to create an LLM powered chatbot for free. ठीक है. And then, Karan, can you tell how many registrations have we had got, and what was the highest number of concurrent users we had, including like everything, Zoom, Coding Ninja's website, and then YouTube Live, everything. Can you please tell me what was the number?
Yeah, definitely, Bhusha, I can help you with that statistics. So we had around like 6,000 registration from Pan India for this masterclass. The response was superb. And I can see the same energy, like in the participants who has turned up, to watch and attend this masterclass today. So I've seen a participant over 2,000 students from all over India. So these techies are here. So yeah, thank you. And also, guys, I've made this link live on the comment section in the chat box, where you guys can go and join the WhatsApp group of Coding Ninjas Masterclass. There I'll be sharing the link of, to access the cheat sheet, and also you'll be notified about the further upcoming masterclasses. Thank you.
So it was 2,000 people attended it, right?
Yes, more than that, Bhavishek.
Oh, that's really good. So thanks a lot, Karan, for that. And over 2,000 people attended it pan India. Cool. So write a LinkedIn post for me for thanking, write a LinkedIn post thanking all the attendees of my workshop. Uh, okay. Sound grateful. Have attended my workshop with Coding Ninjas. We'll keep Coding Ninjas here. We'll set a tone. Sound grateful. I am grateful that you all attended. And now I'm trying to give some context around workshop, right? So here I'm writing, there were over 6,000 registrations for this workshop, and over 2,000 students attended this pan India YouTube Live, Zoom, and even that Coding Ninja's website. So this workshop, let's keep it upper thoda. This workshop was about creating a personal tutoring board for placements for college students. Students learned how to create an LLM powered chatbot for free, uh, and built an appealing UI using Streamlit. Okay. Remember, keep it concise and add relevant emojis to the post. Chalo, let's see what it generates. So see, you guys have seen that it is able to generate output for me, right? And I would post it in front of you. Okay, chalo, let's do that also. We'd make a few changes. Let's post it. Grateful beyond words. We edit thoda, okay? My workshop was attended by over 2,000 students across India. Okay? We'll add one heart and then we'll simply paste it ठीक है? So we are doing it for you. Together, coding ninjas will tag coding ninjas. We have tagged coding ninjas. ठीक है? Together we dived into the exciting world of creating a personal tutoring bot for placements, right? And we learned how to develop an LLM powered chatbot for free and crafted a captivating UI using Streamlit. Awesome. The response was overwhelming with over 6,000 registrations. I was thrilled to see the enthusiasm and passion for learning among college students across India. A big shout out to all the 2000 students. ठीक है? Blah, blah, blah. All of these things are there. Once again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. चलो इसको हम थोड़ा हटा देते हैं, ज़्यादा gratitude हो जाएगा. ठीक है? I'm looking forward to take more such workshops. To taking. चलो okay. ठीक है? We'll write follow Bhavishya Pandit for more. Follow Bhavishya Pandit for more. एक फायर वाला इमोजी लगा देते हैं. ठीक है? और we'll just write it for the people that this content is AI generated. ठीक है? This content is AI generated as a demonstration to show the capabilities to the audience. Cool. ठीक है? This is for the people and I would post it. थोड़े change कर डालते हैं tags. Let's see. Let's add coding ninjas. Let's add LLM. Let's add chat GPT. Let's add what else? GPT 4 subscription. And let's add data science. Let's add AI. Let's add Python. ठीक है? Let's add India. Before posting, let's see. And I have posted it. Cool. Let's share the link to the chat. Guys, go to my profile. You'd be able to see this post, right? Karan would also share it in the YouTube channel. So you guys would be able to see the different things. Different things. The post that I have written. Go it and see how it is, right? And we'll just share the coding ninjas ka thing over here. And then we'll start with the giveaway, right? And the cheat sheets and all of that. Okay? Oh, it was going live with the. Okay? So, Karan, I just want to confirm whether this live wala thing would be recorded by YouTube pe rahega, right? Karan, am I audible? Are you there?
Yes, Avishek, we will be sharing the recording of the session.
So I've shared the stream of this, okay? And I hope you have shared.
I made the link live on the comment section of Bhavishya's post. You guys can go there, show your love about your experience, write about your experience of the masterclass. You can tag Coding Ninjas. You should tag Coding Ninjas as a company who built this platform where, like such amazing speakers like Bhavishya Pandit are coming to share their knowledge with the techie audience, just like you, with our ninjas. So go and check out his LinkedIn profile, share your experience about this workshop, do tag Coding Ninjas. This thing will not take more than 2 or 3 minutes. Then we will be coming to the main part of the workshop where we'll be talking about how you can actually win this subscription of ChatGPT 4. And also don't be, like suspicious about this thing that how we're going to collect the certificate. We'll be sharing a form in the end of the workshop where you can fill in your details, and then we'll be releasing the certificate of all the participants who have attended this workshop. Thank you.
Tanishk Mehta, Tanishk Malakar is writing gulu gulu in the chat. Batao. Which is better, Google or ChatGPT? Yeah, it depends on your use case. To be honest, Abhi Darga has asked this question. So to be honest, right, if I want to create a creative content, right, then I prefer ChatGPT. But if I want to get updates on the live events or the things that are actually happening right now, then I go for Bard, right? It is just that which is better, VS Code or PyCharm, which is better, Jupyter or PyCharm. It is like that kind of a debate. It totally depends on the things that you are comfortable with and the kind of use case you have. So ChatGPT won't be able to give me the output of the things that have happened after September 2021. But if, let's say, I want something which has happened yesterday, or that triple train accident that happened, right? If I want to ask, so chalo wait, I'll show you here itself. What was the triple train accident that happened in June 2023 in India? I'll just copy it. I'll just write it over here, and it will say that I'm sorry, but I have data till September 2021 only. But if I go to Bard and if I write the same thing, right, it would be able to answer that because it has the data. It is connected to the internet while GPT is not, right? So on June 2, 2023, a triple train accident at Bazanga Bazaar railway station happened. So all of these things, it tells me. So for me, if I want something on spot, which is related to the current affairs or something like that, I go for Bard. If I want some creative answer or something like that, I go for ChatGPT. So, yep, guys, you saw that actually I had to write all of this. Okay? इतना सब कौन लिखेगा यार? I want a template. Can I have a template? This is your first giveaway. So, your all the three templates that we would be giving basically to you would be around cheat sheets on LLM and prompt engineering, right? That would actually help you get better outputs, right? And you won't have to do all of these things. So if you just search on this, yep, right? So this is the site. I'll ask Karan to share it. And guys, the post that I have written right now, right? Make sure you are commenting your experience, right? What all things you have learned. What is the best thing that you found about this masterclass, this free masterclass? I tried my best. I was preparing for like over a week to add as much as value for you guys so that you get to build a free chatbot, LLM powered chatbot, right? So make sure you tag me, make sure you tag Coding Ninjas, and let us know how you felt about it, right? So yep. So here are I have shared this link with Karan. He would share it with you. So basically, this on using this site, you would be able to get the templates, right? So let's say you want a content creation framework, right, or a content writing basically. Okay, so you just click on this, right, and it would give you different templates over here. Okay, so a story about a product or something like that. So if I just click on it, right, it would tell me the prompts that I have to write. So this is, you can in different languages also it has, right? So you won't have to write basically, which would again save your time. Then we have two other LLM cheat sheets. So basically, if I just show it to you over here, which again would be resonating with what that was there in the template. So when you are trying to give some command to ChatGPT, there are a few things that you have to keep in mind, right? The first thing is tone. How do you want to sound like? I want to sound I'm grateful, or I want to sound sarcastic, or I want to sound romantic. Let's say you want to write something, you want to, it's your girlfriend's birthday, right? And you want to write a poem, but you are very bad at it, right? You can write, you can make sure that ChatGPT writes it for you, right? So you can use ChatGPT to write a poem for your girlfriend's birthday or your crush's birthday, or you want ChatGPT to complete an assignment for you, whatever it is, or you want to create a piece of content, it would be able to do it for you. So the first comes the request, what you wanted to do. The second comes the tone. Then you have to give the context. So I asked him, okay, right, I want to thank all the attendees who have attended my workshop. I want to sound grateful. I am giving the context what that workshop was, and then I'm giving a few statistics, right? You can also add more and more parameters, like what all things you don't want it to write, right? There are certain, so these are constraints. So I have remember was a constraint. So remember, keep it concise and add relevant. So yep, all those things also was there. So these cheat sheets, Karan, can you please share the Google Drive link of both those cheat sheets in the chat, so that we share it with them, and we can finally tell them how they would be able to get ChatGPT 4 subscriptions, and also how they would be getting the certificates and all of that. So
Yes, Bhavishya, we can do that. I've already asked the student to join that coding in this community group, where we will be sharing the link to access all these cheat sheet later on, right after the workshop. Thank you.
awesome. So yeah, guys, certifications and all of that, you would get it in the, you would share the cheat sheet drive link, right, Karan?
Yes, Bhavishya.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you very much. So Karan would be sharing the ChatGPT cheat sheet drive link with you. It would have two cheat sheets, right? You can refer them both. It is on the similar grounds, right? About tone, about giving the context and everything. And then there is this one thing, one link, which I would come to YouTube Live, and I would also share. Chalo, I did not go there. Cool. I have shared it. Okay. So let's get to the final thing that we all have been waiting for, right? How do we get GPT-4 subscriptions? Okay. So when all this giveaway is done, or you have got all the gold standard prompt templates, how to write the prompts, till now you have understood how ChatGPT works, why ChatGPT was important, yeah, is still important, and why do you guys have to work on it to build solutions for it. Then you guys saw how we used Bard API to build an LLM powered chatbot. Then you saw Hug Chat of an official API. Then you saw the API for GPT for all. So basically, in today's 2.5 hours, you not only learned Streamlit, but you also got understanding of LLMs. You built a chatbot. You got exposed to four new LLMs and all these things, right? So you have learned something from today's session. We coding ninjas give you a time of 3 days. And in these 3 days, I personally would be seeing the LinkedIn posts of you all. So what these LinkedIn posts have to be: tag me and tag coding ninjas, make your own projects for your own resume on LLM, using LLM wala thing that I showed you, right? Tag me, tag coding ninjas, and I would select the top 3 projects out of them, and those top 3 projects will get the GPT-4 subscription. We would sponsor those GPT-4 subscriptions for you, right? So so that you get to, so right now you are using this chat GPT only, right? So if you go to upgrade to plus, basically it is $20 a month, right? So we would sponsor that for you, right? So that it not only text, but you would also be able to get images. You would be able to generate a lot of more things, because GPT-4 is multimodal, right? And so there are a lot of things that are there. So it is totally on us. Just one thing we expect, and that is learn. build amazing projects. The top 3 projects that would be the most creative ones, I would give them GPT-4 subscriptions from Coding Ninja, right? And the top 10 people would get a one-on-one mentorship from my side, right? And I also eventually have a lot of freelance opportunities. So I would give freelance opportunities as well. So top 10 people would get one-on-one mentorship and freelance opportunity for the openings that I have or the things that I might have. So I would give it to you. And the rest, top 3 people would get GPT-4 subscriptions from my side. And uh, that's it for this session. And before we part away, uh, this is my LinkedIn, and you can follow me on LinkedIn. I post content on data science, on computer vision. I post content on a lot of things. So if I just scroll, so this is one game that I had built, or so I post a lot of things, right? So you can definitely go through that, right? I would leave it to you. You can go to my LinkedIn, give it a check. You can check my Twitter. You can follow me there, right? I post content which is insightful that I know would add value, right? And again, for code, you would be able to find it here, right? So follow me here to stay updated, and tag me, tag Coding Ninjas, okay? And we would give GPT-4 subscriptions for free to the top 3 creative people.
Right. So thank you so much, Bhavishya, for joining us today for this amazing masterclass. I personally have enjoyed a lot and got to know a lot of things about OpenAI, even though I was like trying to, create something on my own by, following your own instruction. But, like definitely I'll practice more. I'll, try to do something more out of it. So yeah, I hope that, you love the enthusiasm and energy of our ninjas. They were short there and, like tremendous support. They were there with us throughout the session. Learning for continuous 3 hours is not a easy thing, right? Especially for an engineer like who are not used to this habit of sitting in a classroom for a lecture of 1 hour or two, 1.5 hours. So it's a tremendous job, you guys, you have done. It's like applause from my side for you. And yeah, so stay tuned. It's just a beginning, like we will be coming up with more, such amazing masterclass on different training topics. The core objective is to make you guys ready for your upcoming placements and internships. And also, so that you guys can crack your dream companies and can grab your, dream role in your dream tech companies. I'm hoping you definitely, like have learned must have learned so many things from Bhavisha today. It was a completely hands-on thing. I was personally enjoying this thing. So again, repeating, if you really want to win this Chat GPT-4 subscription, right after this workshop, work on your skills, whatever you have learned today, just create a video out of it, create some kind of snippet out of it, share your experience, write down whatever you have learned, tag us Coding Ninjas, tag Bhavishya Pandit, and do share your experience on LinkedIn. Let the world knows that what you have done today, like how you have utilized this entire, Saturday day, just to learn something unique, learn something, build something unique, as a mini project for your CV, for your resume, right? So please flaunt this achievement. I will definitely call this thing as an achievement. Share it with your network, share it with your peeps, share it with your fellows. Do let us know about your experience. Bhavishya will personally review all those projects, all those posts. He will select top 3, like candidates and out of this entire pool who will, like do a great presentation and will make the great, project on their LinkedIn post. Definitely the coding ninjas team will personally reach out to them after 1 week, and we are going to help them to, to how to crack this ChatGPT 4 subscription. We're going to sponsor that thing for you. So I think that's the kind of giveaway we were thinking just, come up with for this particular masterclass. So I'm hoping it will definitely help you. Again, thank you so much for being there with us on Saturday evening. So wishing a great weekend after that, and yeah, looking forward to see you in the
And
next
yeah,
class.
one last thing before we part off. One thing, Karan, you absolutely mentioned on spot, guys. If you are posting, post it on in a video format, so that you'd be able to showcase all the different capabilities of the LLM powered chatbot or LLM powered project that you have built. Right. Not only it would actually help you to get a GPT-4 subscription, but also it would help you in your resume. You would be able to reflect it. Right. So keep that in mind. And the post link that I had shared, the LinkedIn post, comment on it and let me know what was the best thing that you found about it, right? And I would personally go through every comment and reply every comment. So yep, thank you very much. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out on LinkedIn. And thanks a lot.
Sure.
Thanks for putting ninjas. Yep.
Thank you so much, Avishya, for your time. I think this is the time where we can actually wrap up this session and can allow our audience to leave so that they can prepare themselves up. They can charge them up and they can, like draw their post and they can flaunt their achievement on LinkedIn. Guys, we are waiting or eagerly waiting to see your projects on LinkedIn. We want to see just, flaunt your achievements on this particular platform where Bhavishya can actually, would be able to review all those posts. Please do that. And yeah, stay tuned. Wishing you a great weekend. So I had a very good time and I'm hoping the same for you guys. So thank you, Bhavisha, again. And yeah, thank you.
Thanks a lot, Karan. Thanks a lot, Coding Ninjas.
Yeah. For certificates, I have shared the link. It's already there in the pinned comment. You can just fill out your correct details. The attendees will receive a certificate from our side or certificate of participation for this masterclass. And I've also created a group where you can join in, and there we'll be sharing cheat access to for the cheat sheet. So yeah, that's all. Thank you so much, guys.
So guys, do check the community link that Karan has shared. The cheat sheets would be shared there, right? And yep, I really hope you found value in today's session, and we'll be wrapping this session up. Have a great weekend.